Alrighty, tidy, lefty loosey. What is going on, guys? The last time I did a video like this, I believe it was either the RE2 remake or the RE3 remake, and it got a significant amount of views. People seem to enjoy it. Got a lot of views after the live stream. So I'm going to do this again with my all-time favorite game, both the original and the remake, because I've reevaluated some things after playing last night with the hand cannon and typewriter, and there were some parts that I didn't like of the remake, but those have kind of been kind of had a bit of clarity over those parts, and I can confidently say that this, as of right now, is my all-time favorite game. But we're going to get right into this. We are looking at all the models that I have, not every single one available, but the ones that are most important, I think. And we're going to be taking a look at we're going to go into, we're going to be going into depth with them. This probably is going to be about an hour stream, maybe. So, I mean, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So, first one, Leon with his jacket. And of course, there are voice lines for each model that you unlock. So he says, "Story of my life." This is Leon with the outfit that he has arriving to Europe, Spain, to rescue Ashley. This is the Shot NYC B3 bomber jacket. It actually exists. You can have this for yourself for about $1,600. And then Leon has on, I really can't find a shirt that he has on underneath. It's kind of a fictional shirt. It's a tactical shirt. I have the hair strand effect turned on, so there's more fidelity for the hair strands. By the way, just so you know. So he has a silver ghost at his side. You can see the kendo. You can see it says kendo on the slide of the firearm, and then he's got his holster, his leg holster. So it's not on his waist, not a waistband holster. It's strapped to his leg. And then he's got magazine pouches down below, strapped to his other leg, and then some sort of tactical cargo pants, and then he's got on some sort of boots. Obviously, I'm kind of meant for this job. So yeah, he arrives in Europe, kind of not really. He also has a gun belt on, as you can see. At least I think that's what that is. He arrives kind of just with a basic, like, dressed for the weather, dressed for the mission sort of thing. He obviously doesn't expect it to be as big of a rescue mission as it is. And it's pretty much canonical that Leon goes through the events of RE4, both the original and the remake, with just the shotgun and the handgun. That's really all you see in the cut. You can see in the remake, you can see like your Chicago typewriter or any other weapons you have in the cutscenes. But in the OG, at least, canonically, he uses his knife, handgun, and that's really it. It's kind of people kind of talk about that, and that's really all you see in all the cutscenes. He uses his handgun. That's Leon. That's our boy with his jacket, his big old expensive bomber jacket. Let's go to the next. We have Leon without the jacket in his tactical shirt. I really love the detail and the stitching on this, and we can see a better view. You can see the knife holster or the chest rig he has on. There's a holster in the back on the left, and there's magazine pouches there as well. At least that's what I think that is. And this chest rig for the knife is actually fictional. You can make it, obviously, but they really don't sell knife holsters like that that where the knife is pointing vertically. It usually points kind of diagonally towards your abdomen, or up towards. It's kind of pointed towards your shoulder, kind of at a diagonal angle. The straight up and down that he has is kind of fictional. So he says, "Where is everyone going? Bingo," his famous line. He's got the shotgun from one of the houses in the village. Still has on his holster. There's still his silver ghost. He's got a lot of pouches on him. That might be for shotgun ammo. Let me see if he has that on this outfit. Yeah, he does. It's just tucked underneath. So even more supplies that he can carry. I didn't notice that. He's got even more baggage and holster on the back on his gun belt. Same outfit, just jacket removed. Looks really, really sweet. I've always loved this look. Pinstripe. So the pinstripe outfit. This returns from the original RE4. You can unlock. I forget how you unlock this outfit, But Leon does have a gangster outfit in the original RE4 with the Chicago typewriter. If you have this outfit on in the original and you have the Chicago typewriter, the stick magazine is removed and the drum mag is um, replaced for that aesthetic. He's got on some nice dress shoes, that nice sort of leather bottom, and that's his pinstripe outfit. He's got the hat, he's got the scarf, red tie. I mean, he is pimping, I guess. Pretty nice nod to the original, same exact outfit. Really cool that they brought that back. The casual outfit, which I like. It kind of looks like Leon has like pink painted fingernails in this, but that's just how his fingers look in all the models. At first, I just thought that was, kind of the aesthetic of this casual outfit, but it's not. He's kind of sporting kind of almost like a raincoat, like a what do you call it? Like a silky bomber jacket. It's really nice. Really, I do. It kind of threw me off. I didn't in the deluxe edition photos. It never showed the back of this outfit, so I was kind of surprised when I saw the back of this jacket. I just thought it was a windbreaker. That's what it is. Yes, windbreaker. It's like a thin little windbreaker. He's got the American flag patch on his left shoulder, a United States patch on the front of his chest. Thanks for that, by the way, the windbreaker. It's kind of short-ish. Well, I wouldn't say short. The shirt he's wearing underneath is just a little longer, which I like that look. And he has the Killer 7, the 1911 with an old-school laser sight on the top, used in Terminator, the film, and that was in the original as well. He's got on a nice little watch, and then I really like the skinny jeans he's wearing. I just kind of like that look. I think it just looks really cool. Yeah, that's a really nice watch. It looks like almost like a Rolex. Then he's got on some really cool tennis shoes that I like. They have laces, but they're kind of laceless in the sense that you don't really have to tie them. I don't know what type of shoes those are, but those are sick sneakers. That's his casual outfit. I need to play with it. I haven't played through with it yet. Leon's romantic outfit. He says, "I'm going to get you home safe." There's the TMP from the original submachine gun. I really love his hair in this. It's really, really, really cool. This whole outfit is awesome. I didn't really dig it at first, but the more I see it, the more it grows on me. He's got on these really cool textured pants with a lot of the medieval laces running through it. There's 3 gold buttons on the back, and then he's wearing some really cool boots. Oh, those are really cool. I didn't notice that. He's got some really nice. Oh, those are cool. Wow, those are. God, I don't know what type of boots those are. Those are sick. Leon looks sick as shit in this. I love the shadows in his eyes in this model. Really, really cool. Now, Leon's hero, which is also really cool. It kind of has on orange armor. I can't tell if it's leather armor or if it's metal. I think it's kind of looks leathery. This is Leon's hero. His hair is a little bit different. It's kind of slicked back and kind of all over the place. He's sporting the RPG. And these are all deluxe edition costumes. Casual, the hero. Really cool pants that he's wearing. This almost it reminds me of Assassin's Creed or some sort of masquerade. Oh, what do you call those? Those really sick pants, regardless. And the boots kind of blend in with the pants. Actually, no, those are the boots. The boots go all the way up to his knees. And he's wearing on he has some really cool gloves. Almost like Anakin's from Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. I don't know why it reminds me of that. It's kind of almost an Assassin's Creed-y outfit. It's really cool. It's got the belt, like the belts over his waist are kind of reminiscent of Assassin's Creed. And then my favorite, Leon's villain outfit, which, good God, it is amazing. Leon has some really dark purple hair with glowing red eyes, kind of like Albert Wesker. And then he's got on this sick jacket that has these feathers on one side. It's really, really cool. There's also a hood on this mask, not the mask, on this outfit. Um, this jacket has a red interior, and then he also has on red gloves that have a red outside to them, and then they're black where the palm is. He has Albert Wesker's, Jesus, Krauser's knife in this, and then we'll listen to what he says. Try using knives next time. So it's kind of a villainous. It's one of the more villainous lines that he says. Really, really cool outfit. I love the feathers on that. It is so gorgeous. Then he's got on really cool dress boots that are red in certain sections and red on the bottom. And then these sort of leather pants that go with the rest of the outfit. The whole outfit is basically just leather. All of it's leather. I think even the feathers are, I don't think they're real feathers. I think they're kind of like leathery plastic feathers, maybe. Really, really cool. I love it so much. And now we're coming up to Ashley. This is Ashley Graham's normal look in the remake with the jacket on.
Senorita has a name and it's Ashley.
She says Senorita has a name and it's Ashley. That's what she says to Lewis in the cabin. Gorgeous hair with the hair strands turned on to increase fidelity. She's got on this sort of silky, almost scarf or little dress scarf, and then she's got this orange jacket on. I love the jacket. I don't know what type of jacket this is, but it's kind of like a woman's dress jacket. And then she's got on her the green plaid plaid skirt that she has on in the original as well. And then she has some sort of like pantyhose on that go completely all the way up. I don't know what those are. Really cool redesign of her classic outfit. And then, of course, she has her knee-high boots, which I don't remember if she wears boots that big in the original. I think she does. High heels, so they're high heel boots. Really, really cool design. Loved how they designed her in this. And then jacketless. This is her sitting on the barrel when you go into the shooting range, staring at Leon like she's just head over heels for him.
You do a lot of missions like this?
So this is Ashley in her jacketless appearance, and I love the detail, how she's more dirty. Her whatever those are on her legs, they're really dirty. There's a tear in them, and the fabric stretching. If you've ever seen fabric like that, those lines running up her leg, that's what that fabric does if you stretch it too far. A really nice attention to detail. And the dirt is she's got dirt on her elbows, dirt on her arms. Graphically, this is absolutely top notch. Some of the best. It is the best I've seen in a video game. The new RE engine is absolutely insane, and the same boots.
You do a lot of missions like this?
And then she's also got on this little tiny necklace. It's like an eagle, which makes sense. She's baby eagle. Ashley's gothic punk, whatever you want to call it. This is her casual outfit. So this goes with Leon's casual outfit where he has the windbreaker on.
I love him!
I think she's saying I love him, which I don't know when she says that in the campaign, but this is her casual. So many details in this casual outfit. Her hair is absolutely awesome. She's got very bright pink coloring running down the front of her hair. God, I mean, this outfit is just, I didn't really like it at first. I thought it was too much, but it has really grown on me. She's got a really cool pink and black pearl necklace. Fake pearls, I assume they're just plastic. Little plastic beads. Little bow tie on that for aesthetics, a star. Then she's got on a nice like punk shirt with a skull with wings with like pink blood and flowers around the head. Really, really, really cool. God, oh my God, this outfit is so cool. One sleeve of her shirt is like kind of a violet with black stripes, and the other obviously is blue with black stripes. She's got on, I didn't even notice that. She's got on little spiky wrist leather straps on her right arm, and then on her left she's got some bands. Oh my God, this is so cool. This is such an aesthetic outfit. She has pink fingernails on her right arm, and then on her left she's got blue painted fingernails. And then she's got a bunch of like belts with green and black studs and metal studs on the other, just all around her waist, which is really, really cool. And then the same sort of pantyhose. I'm just going to call them pantyhose. I don't know what the proper terminology is, but it's almost like they've got like, I don't know what kind of design that is on it. It looks like kind of like a butterfly when the two whites come together with the purple. I don't know, maybe like a moth almost. And then her shoes, really cool. She's got some old school sneakers with some really thick soles to them. That, oh my god, that's cool. They kind of have plaid. They kind of fold out. Tight, yeah. If they're tight, then yeah, yeah. I don't think they're pantyhose necessarily. Um, that's her casual outfit. Really, really awesome design on. I mean, they really did some awesome work. Ashley's romantic outfit, which really goes well with Leon. She's got the kind of the feathered out, like medieval shirt with kind of like a pendant on her neck. It's kind of just looks like a gemstone, like an orange gemstone. And the wrist portion of her shirt feathers out as well. And she's got some really cool medieval pants with 8 buttons on them. I guess that's how you button them up in the old days. You didn't really have zippers. It was all buttons. And I'm assuming boots. Yeah, some more high heels. Yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a it's kind of like a medieval era outfit. And it is, yeah, it does remind me of, I can see the whole vampire thing with this a lot. This is really, really cool. I think that's it for her outfits. And then Luis Serra Navarro. This is Luis in the remake with his beautiful hair strands. Saying later, amigo. So in the original, the sleeves were cut off on his jacket, and he had the white dress shirt underneath in the original ran out from the sleeves because the jacket was sleeveless. In the remake, he has sleeves on. And this jacket is fictional. You really can't find it anywhere. They have custom made ones that they make with, people make replicas out there, but this isn't an actual product from a company that they put in the game. This is a fictional jacket. It's really cool though. It's got a bunch of swirls all around the top, and then he has some dirty faded jeans and some dirty boots, like cowboy boots or something. I don't know if they can call those cowboy boots, but some sort of work boots. His hair is not gray. It's just the lighting on the hair strand effect makes everyone's hair look gray for some reason. But that is Louise. Ada Wong. In the original, she had on like a Chinese dress. That I'm sure that'll come back. This is Ada.
You don't seem surprised.
She says you don't seem surprised. Her hair looks awesome with the fidelity on. She's kind of got this. I don't know if you'd call it tactical. It's kind of like this Chinese turtleneck, like sweater dress. And those are real. They do exist. And she's kind of got on some sort of holster system. It's not a gun belt. It's not sturdy enough to hold up I guess it does hold up that firearm pretty well. But that firearm is strapped to her leg too, so I guess the belt can withstand it. And then her holster underneath on her ribs is for her blacktail handgun. At least I believe that's the blacktail. And then that is her grappling hook firearm, or her grappling hook strapped to her leg. And then she's got on some really, really tall thigh-high boots. Really love the design of her. I think it looks awesome. And it is it's such a tight dress, you can see your belly button. Ingrid Hunnigan. So this is Hunnigan in the remake.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
She says, Hunnigan here, what's your sit rep? Not much to her. She looks exactly like the original. She's got on a woman's dress shirt and jacket with a small little gold, I don't know if that's a watch or if that's just, I think that's just like a bracelet or something. And then dress pants, and then her little women's dress shoes, and her red glasses. That's iconic because she had red glasses in the original.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
So that is Hunnigan. Albert Wesker. So this is Albert Wesker in the RE engine. I don't know if we're getting an RE5 remake. I don't really think it needs remade. But Albert Wesker was in the original RE4 at the end and in separate ways. So this is Albert Wesker in the RE engine.
Excellent.
Again, he has like a chest holster or a back holster, or whatever you want to call it, for his fire. I forget what the actual name is for that, but his Punisher handgun goes into the left side on his left, and then he's got magazine pouches on the back, and dress pants and boots. That is Albert Wesker in the RE engine. Of course, he has his shades too. You can't forget his shades. Mike says, when we get out of here, drinks are on me. This is Mike and his, I don't know if this is an Apache helicopter, but this is Mike that helps you in the island with his helicopter. The Merchant looks the same, sounds a bit different. He's much more Aussie in this. His welcome, I love his welcome, sounds really, really good. So let's take a look inside. He's got grenades. He's got what's look like shotgun rounds in little pouches. He's got kitchen knives, tools down below, screwdrivers, wrench, a canteen, or yeah, he's got a canteen, water canteen. The Punisher is in there, the blacktail, and he's got on his, big flowy trench coat hoodie thing with his bandana over his face, and he also has what looks like sleeping bags, blankets, a lot of survival stuff. He's very flowy, very big dude. That is the Merchant.
Welcome.
Police officers.
Why did you come to this horrible place?
So there's the two police officers that escort Leon. Not much to them. They're kind of wearing the same outfit. They've got empty firearm holsters for their handgun, and then kind of work gloves in the back, and then some sort of tactical boots. Really cool design. They look very similar to the original. It's really cool. They both got their radios on the front of them. Okay, Villager with the hatchet. He's saying "Detrás de sí, imbécile," I think. He's saying "behind you, idiot," is what he's saying. They give you that's exactly what he would say in the original. They would give you a warning if they were behind you. They say, "Hey, behind you, idiot." So this is the first villager that Leon encounters. He has the hatchet, and the attention to detail on these models is absolutely astounding. I mean, look at their teeth; they are nasty, not taken care of, absolutely ridden with the plaga. They've got nasty veins, black veins running through them, and really dirty, uncared for clothing. So that is the villager with the hatchet. And then we have the villager with a pitchfork. So this is the villager with the knife. She's saying "Devoy Amatar," which I think is God, I forget what that phrase is, but it can be looked up, obviously. This is the lady villager, the old lady with the knife. She makes a return. Villager Molotov cocktail. So this is a younger Ganado. Still they are just covered in blood and filth, and their eyes are just beet red. That's the Molotov cocktail that she has. Really love the lighting system in this. The flames look really, really good. The Molotov cocktail villagers are really annoying in this. So we have a zealot with a crossbow, or a zealot, not zealot, zealot. So it has on an iron helmet. You can't shoot through it. I think you can stun them if you shoot them in the head a bunch. That is the zealot with the crossbow, with this very shabby medieval clothing that's tattered and torn and worn, and that is the zealot with the crossbow. They aren't that annoying if you know how to combat them. So we have the zealot with the scythe. I think think he's saying Amadona. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. He's got on this kind of some sort of long neckwear that goes down to the floor that has the Los Illuminados symbol kind of like painted on it or drawn on it, whatever. And there's the long scythe. Again, they're all the zealots are pale. They're very, very pale, almost blue, compared to the villagers that are, they still have color to their skin. And we have the zealot with the shield, same exact shield from the original, but in the RE engine. He's basically chanting death over and over again. Has on this really cool, like almost chainmail wrist attachment, and then a big old, huge spike ball on a chain, ball and chain, which that would just decimate you. And we've got the wiggle physics, or these aren't jiggle physics, but there's the movement physics that we have that you can move around in the model. And when you look into the models, it's really fun. So that is the Zealot with the shield. And then we have the Torch Zealot. This is a female, I believe. She's saying die or death again. She also has on like dress shoes underneath there. So this is kind of like a formal outfit that all these zealots are wearing, even though it may not seem like it because they're so dirty and tattered. So we have the soldier with a club. This is in the these are enemies you encounter in the island section, and their arms are just riddled with scars. They are so disfigured and so destroyed. This spike club is huge. That would just decimate your face. He's wearing a vest. He's got pouches for ammo and whatnot. And then really dirty, bloody, sort of tactical pants, I guess, and then boots as well. Soldier's stun rod. So he's wearing a gas mask with a stun rod. I don't know if I've ever been hit by one playing the remake, actually, now that I think of it. He's got on kind of like a worker's jumpsuit. This is all one piece. And then work boots as well. Really creepy. Really, really screwed up. Soldier with a rocket launcher. Not much here. Again, kind of the same design. But he has on the same jumpsuit. Now he has a vest. Or now he has a rocket launcher. And a vest over the jumpsuit. For ammo pouches and whatnot. He's got an RPG. So this is the Ganado. This is a Ganado with a broken neck. You can see the parasite cutting through the huge neck wound. It's really creepy, and you can see the spinal cord snapped in half, and the Plaga parasite trying to come out, and his head is basically hanging on by a thread. It's really disgusting. Their hands kind of twitch, and their fingers are kind of cramped up, and they kind of spaz, move around, and it's really disturbing. Plaga guadana, however you want to pronounce it. So this is again from the OG, the Plaga parasite that erupts out of their head at night. We can take a good look at it. It seems to be made of bone. I don't know if it was made of bone in the original, but it looked kind of more like metal. But everything's kind of organic. It's all organic. There's no metal or anything. You can see the Plaga tentacles just squirming around, and that's the classic Plaga head. So this is Mandibula, Plaga Mandibula, which is like mandible. It has teeth, and this is the head eater from the original. This is the one that if you got too close or you weren't quick enough, this thing would bite your head off. Same sort of zealot, but with its head erupted. Really creepy. Plaga Arana. This is a A zealot or an island inhabitant can become controlled by the Plaga parasite, and this is the Plaga parasite on the back. It kind of crawls up its back like a huge spider, and then connects its like mind-controlled tentacles into their head and controls them around, and they move really fast when they're in this state. You do not want them to get like this. And then we just have, this is the Plaga. This is the Plaga by itself. Again, the spidery. This is, oh God, it's got like tiny eyes, I think. It's got a same exact mouth, same exact design from the original. It's got the really strong, spiky legs, and then it's got the kind of mind-controlling scorpion tail parasite thing on the back, or appendage on its backside. It's really good. It's really disgusting. But this is the Plaga in the game. It looks basically identical to the original. The brute with the hammer. You encounter like 7 or 8 of these brutes in various forms throughout the game. There's one with the hammer, there's one without, there's one with the like arrow firing arm gun that replaces JJ from the original, the guy with the minigun. He's replaced it with this guy. So so JJ is replaced with the crossbow brute variant. They're all wearing like pig, like boar or bull heads. So that's not their head. It's they're wearing the head of a deceased animal. And this is the brute variant that shoots out crossbow bolts at you. It will kill you very fast if you're not quick enough. Wearing kind of like a vest. Like, so I don't know what you call that, but it's got more ammo on its back. That's really cool detail. And a pouch. And then, again, tactical boots. Dr. Salvador. This is the Chainsaw Villager, also known as Dr. Salvador. So it looks the same. He's a bit leaner in this. He doesn't have as much fat on him in the original, or in this, as he did in the original. Kind of had a little bit of a belly in the original, and he wasn't as tall. So he's a little more lanky. Still has the classic yellow chainsaw. And yeah, that's Dr. Salvador. Looks identical to his counterpart in the original. The Bella Sisters, or the Chainsaw Sisters. You encounter them just a little bit before you get to the castle. Obviously, I was streaming last night, so you might have seen them. But these are the Bella Sisters. Their faces are wrapped up like the original, covering their wounds or whatever. I don't know. I guess their face is disfigured, or the Plaga's trying to come out, something like that. But those are the Bella Sisters with their red chainsaws. The Zealot staff. So he is the one that can control the Plaga. There are like 4 or 5 of them that you encounter in the game, and they're in the there's one that releases El Gigante by chanting over El Gigante. What they do is he chants Gloria a las Plagas, is what he says. And as he slams his staff down, after like the 3rd chant, it releases the Plaga, or agitates the Plaga to where it erupts from the victim's head. So his head is down here, but he's wearing a bull skull up there with the. Oh, it's really cool with the Los Illuminados symbol there, and then he's got his staff with a bell, and then the this big lantern with a red flame and a huge staff. Very flowy, got a lot of red on him. He's really, really cool looking. This is the guy from the original, but they've kind of changed him around a little bit. Camilos. Or Camillos, I don't know how you say that name. These freak me out. Like, their mouth is so disgusting and so freaky. Like their snout is pushed up so far, and then their huge gums it's really like distorted and gross. They look terrifying. But these are the wolves that you fight in the game. They have huge teeth, nasty, oily, bloody hair, obviously unkept, and because they're wolves. Um, blood red eyes. They are so freaky in this. I really do not like how their mouths look. It really freaks me out. And then we have the strong threat one that you encounter in the village. Oh, is it Kolmayos? So we have the strong threat. This is the strong threat one. This has a huge parasite ripping out of its back. It's really disgusting because the tip that it stabs at you with is made of its spine. So again, it's more organic, more of the organic stuff. You don't see any of the blades like metal like blades in the original. At least it looked metal. They might have been they might have they I don't know if it was bony in the original. But it certainly looked like Jack Krauser's arm in the original when he mutates looked metal. It didn't look like it was bone. But this is the strong threat variant of the dog that you encounter in the village that you can trigger. Really, really hard to kill on professional. And we have Garador. He's got chains all around his neck, and obviously was being restrained to the wall. Garador in this is so terrifying. His mouth in the original, there was metal in front of it, and I have the mask. I have an actual Garador mask from the original. His mouth doesn't show in the original, but they kind of show his mouth now, and it makes it so much creepier. He is really disturbing. And then he's got on kind of like he's got on some sort of insignia or a belt with like females, looks like female, maybe males, like cutouts, like little something that they engraved on the metal. That's a nice touch I didn't notice. And then he's got his massive claws that are bent from use. I don't think they're bent, when they're put on him. I think they're bent because of he has other victims. He's killed other people before. And then just like the original, the Plaga parasite in his back. So that is Garador. And then we have the armored Garador variant, which looks really cool. It's kind of got like this metal bowl, kind of like a metal. Almost reminds me of Magna Defender if he was a Garador, with longer, more distorted and bent horns. Looks like this was that horn, the metal, is peeled back on the right side of the helmet, and it looks like it's actual bone. So it may be an actual like bull skull covered in metal. He's got a bunch of armor on, a bunch of chains wrapped around his waist, and then really cool like metal shin guards. The other Garador had it too, the shin guards. That is armored Garador. Really, really cool. They redesigned him really well. So he's not just wearing a suit of armor like he was in the original. It's kind of like thrown together metal. Armadura. So these are the knights that you face, just like the original, except now the Plaga is running all throughout the armor. You can see bits and pieces. That's disgusting. You can see it's basically Plaga inside of armor. So it's not like, I don't think it was like at one point there, it was, people, I think that Salazar put Plaga in the armor, and the Plaga kind of just does his own thing, and that's the Plaga peeking out of the top. Really, really freaky. And then the strong threat armored knight that you can fight in the light puzzle room after you come back as Leon. It's got red eye. I didn't notice that. Jesus. It's got red eyes, and the Plaga parasite is in the back, so it's harder to shoot this time around. That is the strong threat knight. Novistador. So these are the flying bugs, just like the original. They can camouflage themselves, and they can be a bitch when they do. They got a bunch of, I think those red dots are their eyes, maybe, or maybe the green, like little bulging pieces on their head are their eyes. I'm not sure, but it's a giant, massive flying bug with pretty sharp claws that can cut your head off, and giant wings. Those are the Novistadors. They look really good in this engine. Regenerator. One of the most classic and iconic enemies in the game. They still have their breathing sounds, they're the exact same. And the Regenerator has a lot of jiggle physics. And the Regenerator is absolutely caked up. I mean, there's not much else to say. Um, but jokes aside, this thing is absolutely terrifying. Its disproportionately long and nasty arms are freaky. And if you move the camera the right way, the eyes dim down. But these are the Regenerators in the remake. They are freaky as shit, and they are jiggly. Yeah, their eyes are freaky. And now, Iron Maiden. This is the Iron Maiden in the remake. Absolutely freaky as shit. It looks badass, though. Kind of has a red glow to it. So the Regenerators actually turn into Iron Maidens this time. The Iron Maidens are not standalone enemies that are already mutated. There are a couple, like 2 or 3 Regenerators that you think you've killed, and then all of a sudden their body starts to change, and then they turn into the Iron Maiden. And this is the Iron Maiden in the remake. Really freaky. That is the Iron Maiden. That is the. They don't really twitch as much as they did in the remake. They don't really twitch like they did in the original. But there's our classic Regenerator, which is actually I fucking hate how it looks in a good way. Like it is actually disgustingly terrifying. The way its mouth goes all the way to its ears, and its eyes are like, God, it's freaky. They really knocked it out of the park with these Regenerator variants. That's the Iron Maiden Regenerator. Delago, the fish, the lake monster. Looks the exact same. There's not much here, except obviously it's, much greater fidelity, great, much better graphics. The skin is very leathery and almost alligator-like in some parts. Very rigid look. You can almost imagine how this would feel. The void in the background obviously doesn't do it justice to how big the Del Lago is. Yeah, it's basically a salamander, I think, which is again really nice attention to detail. They really went all out with the documents and the sort of anatomy of some of these enemies. I think in one of the files it says that this is like some sort of mutated sea creature, which it looks like a salamander. It has the little tiny arms and the little legs that bend outwards. That is Del Lago in the remake. El Gigante. This dude freaks me out in the remake because when you damage him enough and the plaga comes out of his back, he screams really loudly, and you can see the shockwave come out of his mouth. It's really cool, but he is really freaky. Much more troll-like this time around. Huge hunchback. Gorgeous, like, fur on kind of the hair, the raggedy hair all over El Gigante, and then the nasty mouth, which can bite your head off if you're not careful, and then very cloudy eyes. Almost looks like there's like it almost looks like there's like there's a nasty, disgusting film over his eyes. I don't know if he's blind, but that is El Gigante. The rendering in this is just top notch. There's files you can find in the game that kind of talk about El Gigante being born or being transformed and raised. Some of the documents like El Gigante is now the size of one of our shacks. He's eaten an entire cow or a couple cows in 2 days, and then it's like September 21st. El Gigante is now the size of like half the size of the church. Blah blah blah. It's really really cool. El Gigante armored. Kind of reminds me of RE Village in the sense when you get to the Heisenberg factory, some of the enemies have just metal thrown around them and kind of roughly shaped around them to be quote unquote armor. Really cool. A lot of just sheet metal and iron, steel, maybe just bent around this armored variant of El Gigante. Looks so much better in the remake because in the original, he's not really armored. He kind of is. He just, Yeah, I really like the eye holes it has. It's kind of cool how you can't see its eyes. It's just got this bent or like really cheaply welded mask. You can tell they just threw this together. They couldn't really work on him. They couldn't really keep El Gigante still. So you can tell it's just kind of all thrown together. Again, those little tiny attention to details. I love it. Torres Mendez, this is him in the remake,
Oh, almighty.
doing the same pose he did on the original RE4 cover for the GameCube, and I'm sure the PS2. And he's got on the Los Illuminados. He's got a pendant, big old necklace, huge flowy trench coat, and then his little hat. He wears a little hat. You shoot it off, and he'll just pick it right back up, or at least he does that in the cutscene. I don't know what this is. I think this is like a leather scarf, but it's really cool. It's kind of tucked into the belt that he's wearing. But that is Batorez.
Oh, almighty.
And then his first mutation, which is his last, or no, there's two, I guess. He looks identical to the original. It's disgusting though. His spine is now crawling with spikes and kind of appendages. God. Yeah, it's really nice to look at the detail because when you're in the boss fight, you don't have time to appreciate it. He's got his weak spot. They all have weak spots. The eyes, as any Resident Evil enemy does when they go through mutations, you shoot the eye. He's got his nasty, almost like Lady Dimitrescu fingernail claws.
Behold, the miracle.
And then really, really long stabbing appendages that he can grab onto the wooden beams of the barn while you're fighting him. He's really gross looking.
Repent, child.
Second mutation, it's really the same, honestly. Not really much different, except he has like another layer of those appendages. They're thicker now. When he grabs on, he swings around. Basically the same, though. Verdugo, absolute badass. One thing that freaks me out a lot about this Verdugo is the fact that you can see the very human-like head above the mouth, and when his mouth is closed, it looks even more. It's really disturbing. It's like, oh my god, this used to be a human. This is Verdugo. We can have a really good look at him. It almost has this purple color to him. He's not just black. It's purpley brown, really badass. Huge, massive claws, massive, sharp feet. Obviously very scorpion-like. Very reptilian. Oh, God. He's got fur, or like hair, like really rough hair on certain parts of his armored body, and then his huge scorpion-like tail. That is Verdugo. Take a look at his face. God. Glowing red eyes and then a mouth that would tear you to pieces. Ramon Salazar with the Verdugo's cloak, just like the original. He had one in a black cloak and one in a red.
Dearest master.
Looks the same, except he doesn't have his hat like he does in the original. But that is Ramon. That is, and there's not much. He has a very blue gold sort of medieval Castilian outfit. I love the two. Oh, that's so cool. I love they kept it the same. He's got both the Verdugos. And you can see that they're massive claws. So this is mutated Ramon Salazar. I think I prefer the original because this design to me doesn't like really scream unique. It kind of has that, I wouldn't say cliche, but it's got the standard like three mouth, the mouth that's portioned off that opens up. And there's nothing really like too unique about this. I do like it, but he does swing around the ceiling. It's kind of creepy. These like almost web-like mutations coming out of his body kind of stick to the ceiling and kind of swings around. His design, the way you fight him is unique, but this is Ramon in his mutated form. He still is inside the mouth, so that hasn't changed. But there's a big difference in the sense that in the original, the second Verdugo mutates with Ramon. So there's a huge mouth that is basically Verdugo's head that swings around and tries to eat you. Really creepy. But I still do like it. But there's nothing that screams like he's not as unique as the other ones. Jack Krauser.
Lives are faster.
So he's got on his red beret. He's got on a what does that say? Death Lord. What is that? I can't. Death. Oh, I don't know what that. It's death. Yeah, I know it says death on the top part. His knife. Love Krauser's knife. Same one as the original. Looks a bit slimmer. He's got on a tactical vest, a gray tactical shirt, and then really big knee pads and like big cargo pants, gun belt. He's got on pouches for ammo. That looks like, I think it's a flare maybe that he has in the back. And then he's got on his boots, and he's scarred up as well. You can see he has a big scar on his forearm, another big scar on the forearm over there, and his face is all scarred up.
Lives are faster.
And he says knives are faster. He's wearing the same tactical gloves as Leon. And there's his knife holster on his chest. That's more realistic than Leon's, I guess, but that's not even a nitpick. I'm just saying. Mutated Jack Krauser. So this arm was not mutated in the original. It was just this one. And he would that arm would spread open, and he would block his face with it in the original. But this time he has two mutated arms.
Witness the power.
Really cool design. Kind of reminds me of Alex Mercer from Prototype. The arm. He's shirtless now. His arms are just absolutely destroyed. He's got on his war paint, which is really, really cool. So this left arm is kind of for his right arm is for crushing, and that's his blade arm. Yeah, it's very similar. Osmond Sadler.
I am Osmond Sadler.
He's got a bunch of stuff. He's wearing a bunch of stuff. He's got this gold cross, the Los Illuminados insignia with kind of a red gem in the middle. His huge flowy uniform that he wears, his religious garb, and then he's got three sort of assistants with him. They were not in the original. Those are completely new. I wish they'd show his hoodless version where he takes off his hood, because the back of his head is disgusting. It's like peeled open in like layers. It's so God, I don't know why they did that. But you can see a little bit of his head. God, no, not really. I thought if I could move it the right way, you could see it. The top of his head is just fucked up. Like, I don't know why, but it's gross. That is Osmond Sadler, and he's got his Las Plagas staff that's covered in the plaga. Really cool. Basically same design. And then his first mutation, same design, but he's much thicker. He's much more beefy. In the original, his legs were like much longer and skinnier. This, he really just feels like just a nasty mutation. He's got the weak spots, the eyes on the legs, exact same, and then he's got the eye mouth, which is disgusting. Looks the exact same, and then if you look even closer, he's got the same body design where, like, you know, in the original, the plaga comes out of his uniform, and you can still see his uniform and his legs hanging. There it is. It's basically the same design. Really cool. He says you require absolution. That is sad. He's really badass design. He's much more sharp, and the colors are beautiful. Again, the purple and the yellow, really cool. Really, really goes well together. The dog that you save that helps you fight El Gigante, or a wolf, I guess. Leon calls it a dog, but I think it's a wolf. Beautiful dog. Hair strands look awesome. Love the coat, very white. But that is the doggy. That's the dog that you saved from the bear trap. We got a cow, not much to see here. Very similar sound to the original. The detail, man. Even the animals or the models that you don't see, or you don't pay much attention to in the game, like you think they wouldn't put much time into, it still looks amazing. Pigs. Not much to see here, I guess it's the pigs. Crow. Same sound from the original. Love it. Love those little blue feathers on the back. Chickens. Black bass. Rat. We're getting down to the last little few models, can you tell? Viper. You can eat the meat, or you can sell it to the merchant for certain side quests. The bat. Even the bats that you don't even see, they still look amazing. They just fly around you in the dark. They still look so good. They're not like little images that they put in. So now the last few models, the handgun models, or the firearm models. This is Leon's Silver Ghost. I wish they had the fully upgraded versions that you could look at. Maybe they do, then I just didn't buy them. But this is his standard Silver Ghost. Silver Slide, based off the HK USP 9mm. Not the compact version. It's modeled off of the USP handgun in real life. This is Leon's Silver Ghost in the remake. The Red 9 with the stock has the classic Red 9 engraved on the handle, on the broomstick handle, which is actually what an authentic Red 9 has on it. And then the real life attachable stock that exists. I should have said Red 9 stock that exists in real life. That is the Red 9 with the stock. That is basically fully upgraded. Sentinel 9. This is Leon's handgun that he uses in various... I think I don't remember what games he uses it, but I know he uses it in some of the animated series. This is his. I know he uses this in what's that? It's one of the animated series. This is Leon's one of his other handguns. Really cool. Almost looks like my Glock, except not really, but same sort of vibe. Without obviously if the hammer didn't exist and whatnot, things were a little different. Peace Through Fighting, Division of Security Operations. So this is Leon's, I guess, security handgun. It's got a compensator on the front, an extended magazine. Looks really good. That's what I used on my professional playthrough to get the hand cannon. W870, the shotgun you get from one of the houses in the village. Not much to see there. The riot gun. Really cool shotgun. Semi-auto, you don't have to pump it. And I love the stock, how it's almost floaty. Like I say that, I mean, the back of the stock is much bigger than the front. It's kind of like a stick coming out of it. I love that look. Striker still exists. All these guns are from the original too, by the way. This is the gun you could use the Dip Man. You could use to do the Glip Man. The Dip Man glitch. It makes you run faster. Oh, that's awesome. You can see the shells in it. That is the Striker shotgun. Really cool shotgun. Also, it exists in real life. Not fictional. Really cool. The Skull Shaker, so the Terminator shotgun, if you want to call it that. Really cool. I use this as well. It's not that good. In the beginning, it only holds 2 shotgun shells, but that is the Skull Shaker. Really cool design. Kind of like the boomstick from Evil Dead and the Terminator shotgun that he uses. TMP. This is the fully upgraded TMP with the stock. That's a real submachine gun that exists. Really love the kind of canted foregrip on it. It's all metal too. Really cool. Love it. It's the same design from the original. I love that they're being that faithful. That is the TMP. LE5 is an MP5. Looks exactly like an MP5, except there's no iron sights. Has the single fire, the 3-round burst, and the full auto switches, just like in real life. That is the MP5. The Chicago Sweeper. This is the Chicago typewriter from the original. Now, in the remake, when you fully upgrade it and get infinite ammo, regardless, the magazine changes to the drum mag instead of the stick. I wish you could have the stick, too, with it being infinite. You can with the cat ears. If you buy the cat ears and you wear it as Leon, you get infinite ammo for every weapon, regardless of the stats. So I'm sure you can have it with the stick magazine, but that is the Chicago typewriter. Very accurate to what a Tommy gun looks like in real life. The SRM 1903. This is the bolt action, very slow sniper you get in the beginning of the game when you're at the factory area. It's got an ACOG on it. Very short barrel. Stingray, exact sniper from the original. Has that sort of that metallic, like there's a very subtle hint of blue in the framing. It's got a nice clear magazine. Looks the exact same as it did in the original. This is the better semi-auto sniper you get. Oh, it's even got the serial number on it. That's sick. CQBR assault rifle, but in this, it's more of a sniper. You look at it through first person only. You can't third person it, and it takes sniper ammo. So this is kind of, it's not a sniper, but I mean anything could be a sniper, I guess. Any sort of long range firearm, depending on the setup of it. But this is a CQBR assault rifle. It's kind of like an AR-15 platform or an M4. Really cool though. Still really cool that they brought it back from the RE3 remake. The Broken Butterfly. Really cool Western revolver. Really, I love how far the handle is back on it. It's kind of got that weird, oddly angled look to it. It's got a rusty hammer. Again, the attention to detail is awesome. A rusty trigger. This is the Broken Butterfly Magnum that you can get. I think you get it at the start of the castle. Again, same name, same revolver. Killer 7. This is a Magnum. This doesn't take normal 45 ACP. This takes, I think, 357 maybe. This is it's basically the same 1911 that was used in Terminator, because these lasers. This is a laser sight. This isn't a scope. A laser comes from that. That is what a laser sight looked like in the 80s. Very big. Really cool though. Love how it's bolted onto the side, and then it kind of goes over the top of the slide of the 1911. That is the Killer 7. That is another Magnum. And of course, our pride and joy, the hand cannon. Looks like 85 to 90% similar to the original. The barrel is much longer, and the original had a laser sight you could put on it. I wish you could put a laser sight on this. That would be awesome. But this is the hand cannon. Love as the barrel kind of gets thinner, the farther it goes up, it kind of gives it a sharp look. There's a compensator on the front, and love that wooden grip with a kind of just two little gold circles on each side of the hand cannon. That is probably chambered in 500 Magnum. That is the hand cannon model. Bolt thrower. This was the mine thrower in the original. It can shoot mines. It also shoots bolts. Shoots both. Really cool looking. I don't know if this is fictional or not, but it's really, really badass. I love the little foregrip on the bottom, and you can shoot explosive mines, and if you want to be silent and sneak around, you can shoot bolts. The special rocket launcher. This is what you get at the end of the game. The Ada throws to you, both in the original and in the remake, obviously, because it's here, we're looking at it. This is what you use to kill Sadler both times in both the original and the remake. Has a red explosive on the front. I was going to say red rocket, but I don't want anyone to create any memes. Not that would happen. Standard RPG, but with a red missile. Kitchen knife, not much to see here. This is a disposable. It's a much less durable knife that you get as kind of a last resort when your main knife runs out. Boot knife. I actually have a boot knife in my car in real life. I didn't know it was called a boot knife, but I have one. They're small. Your whole hand will easily cover the grip, and the blade is maybe like 4.5 inches. They're very tiny. They're very light, but they're also really nice. They're also really nice. I guess they come in handy in a pinch. They're really tiny. Combat knife. This is an M9 bayonet. This is the knife I have in real life as well, but it's a training version. It's rubber. The big circle on the front, if you're wondering, if you don't know what an M9 bayonet is you put it on the barrel of your AR or M4. It slides over and it fits on a certain little piece on your AR, and you stab people with it. It's a bayonet, but it's also a knife. Obviously, it's a knife. I think the back opens up. You can store like matches and a compass and whatnot in there. Maybe. I'm not too sure. That is Leon's M9 bayonet that he got from Marvin in the RE2 remake. So that's his knife now, and canonically that's his knife in the remake. There's also a little wire cutter on the blade if you notice that little hole. That is to cut wires, I believe. or something along those line. That line. It says Krauser's knife, exact same knife from the original. It is such an aesthetic knife. It looks so good. It's got two small circular cutouts in the blade and a serpent or snake emblem on it. We're almost done with these models, by the way. We're at the very end. That is Krauser's knife, and there's the grip. The grip kind of looks uncomfortable, but it also looks comfortable. It's kind of, I don't know, it's an odd thing. Full tang, meaning the metal runs all the way through the handle. Such a cool knife. Let's see if there's anything on that side. No. We got a hand grenade, not much to see there. Heavy grenade, bigger grenade does more damage. Flash grenade. Let's see if we can read the text. Oh, you can. Wow. That's awesome. Remove safety pins. Release safety lever. Count 1 1000, 2 1000. Throw grenade toward target. That is awesome. They didn't have to put that in, but they did. That's so cool. Chicken eggs. The gold, the brown, and the white. Spinel. Same design as the original. We got the gemstones. Velvet blue, gorgeous. Gold ingot, not in the original, I don't think. Pearl pendant. Brass pocket watch. Elegant headdress, same exact design from the original. Antique pipe, probably Vittora's. Pearl bangle. Red gemstone ring, really love that, same from the original. Gold bangle, same from the original. They're all from the original. Really nice blue, and then the light, like very light blue swirls. Illuminado's pendant. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That is trippy to look at. Holy shit! What the hell? Look at the, whoa! It's like an illusion. That is cool. It's almost like it's alive. You move it around. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't notice that. Mirror with pearls and rubies. See, they're even putting designs, they're even putting effort into the little things that you really don't look at that much. I mean, you do when you're putting in, the ones where you put in gemstones and stuff to increase the value you look at, but these you don't. Golden hourglass, same from the original. Is that sand moving? Is that actually pouring in there? No. Can I make it pour over here? No. Elegant perfume bottle. Elegant chessboard, same from the original. Staff of royalty. Depraved idol. You get the idea. There's just a lot of. It's a lot of. There's a lot of them. Oh, Mendez's false eye. You can't forget the false eye. That's classic. And that's really it. Those are the models I have. That is not all the models, but those are the models that I have unlocked, which is basically 90 to 95% of them. I hope you guys like this. I really, really enjoy doing these type of videos. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you next time.